Baby, come in the food, I'm so grateful to your ex.
Good morning, beautiful people. Thank God it's Friday. And the vibes are unmatched. What's my say? Now what you know why you madin why what bo hu modin nyina de ba you kan nyina why it is see the drugs all the Kaiser the Bema Kaiser and ease into the weekend with style and a big smile. This is Entertainment Ghana, your ultimate mid-morning companion, bringing you good music, good vibes, and great conversation. The coffee the crowd grab it. If it is Hausa Koko, grab it. If it is Wachi, grab it. Eya pesi crowd grab it. Eya dokunu kwa na ruponya. Onya grab it. Now increase the volume of headset and as a phone wherever you're listening to us from. Increase it, and let's make this Friday fabulous together. Hey, we about some family mo wake na Jessica which I'm going to see mesela the great hat 69k. Are you team Obake and I say you are team Akwaba? What's you Obake and I say Akwaba? Don't tell me my and at time make us also go back and then Kenya badu na so brofo no o me duru am because oh bake so yam to panu airport airport so yam to panu we o back and then can hard you now so abrofo be can oh bake and there's no bakery at the airport. What we going to do? Many will best pass, so now my family want it. Yeah. Who breaking me trust starting to and 7K 100.9 FM. Hey, elite. Who come many baby waste of time. And 7K doors. Who breaking me trust starting to and 7K doors. Waste of time, yeah. And some kicking your doors. Ivan on the beat. If you be a mensa, Trebian Yansa, Masua Dimpa, Basto Humble, and my Opian Dada, spiritually untouchable. Maybe I'm a pie, no, now won't come. Into Miss Reba would dim Nasa Wumpa, never make a messa. Into Jamin, I'm in your madia. Ain't you know Obake and I said welcome. I mean, if you're Ghanaian right now, this is one of the most this is one of the most conversations that is going on right now in the country. Say, I'm not for say Accra baby Akutuka International Airport in Sinai crime for there, which nobody can dispute that. Say Accra they can crime when na work with that one. That is a nice say business is not you so. Nice and carrying the room, but thank God for I don't know if peace and non-tribalism or whatever is going on. But anyway, so recently there was a conversation. I think Bongo Idea started it. Bella Mundi also seconded it, and then it turned into a national uproar. Why? I wish I could find the exact tweet. I'm coming. Hold on. 18 years. Bongo Ideas. Basically, Adena why is it Akwaba and not for Adena Akwaba Yechi word na ye and no na atu ye airports? I know when it is the land of the gas. And that's what establishments and I said then I who Kumasi. Just say actually what do you call and I say now Obake let's stop being ridiculous. A lot of my friends that are gas did not even know that Obake means welcome. A lot of people did not even know that Obake means welcome. Let us be very, very honest and factual. A lot of Ghanaians did not know that it was a Obake. Oh, now it's Obake. Don't lie. I mean, like a lot of people did not know it was Obake, but
oh yeah, that's true.
But because of the conversation, Lapichi, I don't know if you can give me the tweets from Bella Mundi and the tweets from Bongo Ideas about the Obake thingy. And then it created a conversation. And some people were in support of it. Some Ashantis were in support of the Ubake. Some guys were against the Ubake. It should show you that it goes more than it's a conversation at tribalistic wars. Because right now, even the people, some guys are in the are saying, in all honesty, let's just if it's not broken, why fix it? And then some Ashantis are also saying, hey, I'm Pakos me or take one and crank and you know. Anyway, let me ask my two able beautiful ladies. Nanama Priscilla and
100.9
Excellency Nanama. I'm saying I'm for that also. What's now your mother?
Boy, Excellency, name the past. I'm not family fan World Cup.
I knew that I was sad. Oh, okay.
Me fan boy, me bought.
Yeah, I would have almost a cadre. Say bam. It's a crime, Mr. James. If was a man for claim, say could say bam. No, maybe say with the media because Moses is a kind of copy. Say could say bam.
No.
Where and you moody any beard. Say and you moody any beard. Say could say burned. Period. It's in years. We'll be a funny do. We'll be a very busy because we'll be a claim. It's Yama Peninsula. Are you for or against Obake?
The motion.
I know, right? You
Because
also
the matter is that I
against
am for the motion.
Why is
in the
that?
sense that menya sure say woko Asantememu and I say north and I Igbe Kuro baby na place near prestigious place asebe obia efa how to enter that region
100.9 FM.
Anybody at all will see Akwaba written over there. Menya sure say me call voter region or paramount chief ni fie na ebia me de ahoho bi ko hwana bibia na say ebia airport bi aba voter region sisi na me do airport na no I will go and see Akwaba there instead of anything that is in the local dialect of the people that they can be able to relate. In as much as we are all Ghanaians, may assure say we all want to promote our culture, our heritage, any BBMI distinct as Ghanaians. We will not dispute the fact to say Akans are the largest ethnic group in Ghana. We don't dispute that fact at all. But at least, if it can't be done in the northern region, say, Yatro Akwaba or northern region airport there, then I think say it's in the right direction. They should just allow it to be. Let's Gans also, it's been long overdue.
100.9 FM.
Elementary school, preschool, they teach Asante tree, Equiapim tree, and the rest. Where in Eastern region or Kumasi that they are teaching Gan in the school?
I think that one day, proprietor no tribal, because it's true. Because I did Gan, and because my proprietor was a Gan, and I know a lot of schools. So and I think it was optional. Is it that you do Asante tree or Gan? You are always given that option.
Where did you school?
7th grade.
Is it in Accra?
Yeah.
Is in Accra?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Largely, a lot of schools Accra has said.
And I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak, and I think my Gan was so bad. But I did chew poor pass and forget.
But still, you still speak Gan, even if it's go still Gan.
I mean, can't say that is the two guy did. We have only been going say yes,
but at least you have a fair idea about what Gan language is, right?
Yeah, because I lived in official town for a while. So before my mom, me now to official town.
100.9
like as I said, Gan.
Has it helped you in any way?
Are you trying to get me moved out of Accra? Like how would it help me in any way? It's a language that I cannot even speak fluently, so I don't know how that is going to improve my life.
I think so. We are feeling Barbie doll.
Hey, Pacho, how are you? Mr.
Would you get it? I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. Saying crime for say or more assassins to know. Obia orang chronomono, we should welcome them with Obake and Obek and whatever it is. I think say is in the right direction because Kumasi baby anywhere Obek and Oshie and Obashe eboho. So I think it's in the right direction. And whether Akwaba or Obek or Obake, we are all Ghanaians. I keep saying say I was saying as Ghanaians, regardless of our ethnicity. You get it. Before we go and talk about people's racism, say to me. Then you need right say Black Lives Matter. I will say you're doing home. Do you get it? So I think that's in the right direction.
No.
Abena. They can make it your phone in an ameba no. I see her. Say shop bi was here. Na me nanti free. Your friend is saying. Bus stop bi wa ha. Na send your brand here be a fan who drink the speaker. Esi enimu ewa montene ho pa wotie wonu o. Abrante no waboko room yense gu ne ti so.
Again.
Na say na we see abena we be come kire we di abena we so to man shout out.
Oh, you love best you.
Sao. Abena send your day yesi wa we bie mu no. Aja we wontie kra.
Nana Fo's baby I will be a shout out to you wherever you are. At Abega Junction, Jude 2. Thank you, baby.
Enti abena di kan. The
best station in the capital. Need FM.
Like any fan your juba. Bejiano Tony nye no noni na kind noni. Na kind sana feel it. Ona nearly coffee a uni. O shako no na can no fear o ton. Bear yak or chuck your old benny. O fear but nonisa. It will me anoni ye fear if you on your say. Aha, the American yani say, ye kasa akwa ba you wo da. Listen, ye more na mo say you want to make this a tribal war, it's a tribal misunderstanding, no, it's a tribal argument, it's a tribal disagreement. Call it whatever you want to call it, but I call this correcting the wrongs. Fighting for what you thought was not necessary, and this is all thanks to the Asantis, Meme Asantini, what you say. But with Wayne Ayakosono, my thing say the girls are learning now.
Need FM Neo.
Start can one semo epesi a yen near my be. Emma woman's woman, mamren, woman, money, and it's not there. It is a step in the right direction because ya Santifone mubi, ya Bunufone mubi, ya Chimufone mubi, ya Sremufone yenang anafoi. Any ye didn't cry for them say wo muti omu kromu ha ena bibia na fie de na asantefo kra na beji kro na boso ena ngunafo na beji kro na boso e bia na sa time we si de otwa sa no nim si na chiacha enti mo aka ma na hu si na chiacha no wo pese oye nema bi yia. I do not see this as tribalism. Video bi ba out ana Minister of State Obabi Kase greater cries for the guns amafo so mo ntena se said the intino work nanka greater crown sebe asante for the ana greater crown sebe yenu manuna for me abeto ya me pese me bisa ada for
100.9 FM.
They are fighting for theirs. As to say a big argument on me and they say baba yara sports stadium me woku ma says asante memuno enye asabare dia tuno that is different.
And Kotoka is not named after an Ashanti, is it?
Exactly. And no chain. But where you know, Wubora, to me, it makes a lot of sense. So Wubora Accra. This is the time I hear. Oh, such as I can say, and yet I same way by a cranker. I didn't know me can't cry pa. Nansu mi ni muda. Say akwa by a can say obake. What you say? So this has taught me something. This is their own way of teaching their language. As Antifor did well with this. And it has become, whether you like it or not, Ghana's second national language. What you say? If the Ghans are fighting to project their culture, to, let the language
100.9 FM.
This has nothing to do with tribalism. This is nothing tribalistic at all. We is us trying to promote our culture. We are fighting for our say ya wa he nko ade. Yanso ya pese ye tie de nka. Obake ati akwa. Esa say no pe ne yetinti no eno ane yenim. Because the other tribes have refused to project their culture. They refuse to project theirs. If the guys are fighting for theirs, allow them. And stop making tribal wars and tribal arguments out of this. This has nothing to do with to be a tribe. And crying for me, I think, Ghans have a lot to offer Ghanaians. They have to offer Ghanaians. And Kasabreya and crying for no, This is where also money are sorry. Where in your tribalism asem. Ghana, Accra is big. They have a lot to offer. They have a lot of good stories to tell the Ghanaians. What you are saying? It is a whole number so much free because our whole free
100.9.
100.9.
So what does a kwaba mean? A kwaba means welcome. And open a wall on him. And it is a me person me pray me there's okay. Me so you fa obake and beka na obroni bi bedro say what is obake? Obake means welcome in the Ghana language. Where is Ghana? Ghana is where you are. You want crying so obroni ba kwaba no first. That's I'll give it to the Santis. Woman no least chance no ubwa what the bay any dear and no ya Santi de any be. What you say? Into this is that time me say me ya Santini me ya bunu nipa. So I always like to say I'm a Gan because I love Gans. I see myself as a Gan. And I am a Gan. I like to say I'm a Gan. And cry for no patcho said they do no ni make and I'm a mumpen crying be mammy. Na idea me the pie a joko.
More trade.
I tried the animal more than me more than that. What's on the I try can't
what's the idea?
Impact, yes, yes, your name is so shy. I said, some coming who they are emergency. Into a jelly, a joko,
The best station in the capital. Meet FM.
You know, I think, sir, please, let's stop making this a tribal one as a tribal argument. This is just the guns trying to project their culture. Maybe at the time they didn't think it well to do so, and I said they didn't think it's necessary to do certain things. But now they feel that it's necessary. Now they want to project it. On fan ko asante memu, on fan ko angna memu. Ni diemu no wapeso yewo. Asante diye wo ho. Enzima form airport ba wo sige ayi na zukwa. Muka say na wo de age wo de. Anguna for si mi awezolo na ebomo ho. You know, enough of making Ghana look like it is a one tribe country. I am not being way.
But no, but everybody who is interested in Ghana or any tourist who is interested in Ghana knows very, very, very well. Unless you're not interested, that is not a one tribe country.
Oh,
unless
say it is not one tribe country.
I mean, like okay, say nobody is projecting Ghana like that.
They are projecting it like that.
One tribe country.
Hey,
it's let's not sit here and then let's not sit here and mislead.
Me say
me all kind of business. Or we are maybe saying where did she hear or where did she see say? E catch obi say Obagana chinkwa na yeka.
No.
Cause broni bi baba na de ne ba kofa beach anu o Jamestown. Obeti kasa for. What do you could do me na on take kasa for? Na de do e on take kasa for. What are we talking about?
Santis wouldn't say broni bi a group of tourists bi omo bank cry. Abana wouldn't say what in California come be trying across okay. Now I've learned two languages. In here say what is one? One is a Kwaba. What is the second one? So the second one is what's the impo? Toyota. What's your 2-3 languages? We yet then Chino a global. A global. I'm not for a gun cry. One more country. Uko or upa free ha nako srim.
100.9.
Because when him said they are treated their UTB into a new Bekebi. That is a fact you cannot dispute. And I'll give it to the Santi. So why yeninia? And another reason why it has helped, and I say, ye German ISI because social regions are your Ghana has here. Look at the Eastern region, Asante region, Bonahafo, Central region. Even though I'm can fancy, but what country I would me come for when the fantini didn't come on ye. What you say? Into that is why I'll include the Central region. I'll include some parts of the Western region. This we have, if I say before I bet you no now you 10 no fit it in you 5 omokasa like I mean the common language between these 5 people tree and until a ma santi tree kasa no akwakoye say it was everywhere because omutu bunu ni ntu kwan achimu ni ntu kwan fantini ntu kwan kra no okane fantini kra na there's some quite reasonable amount of tree ewomu.
The best station in the capital. Meet FM.
It makes a lot of sense why Obia country. You understand? And to say you know okay, then this is the time for us to also project our culture near Kasa. I mean, this has nothing to do with tribal. This is just them putting a lot of work into their culture and their language. Almost so gama shipo gama noni. Send na ukwa asante for wa wo de no e ma na ye fe no. Enkrafo say dey be e braso. Yenso ye be de. Sanke tie sisi anu nkran no. What I'll advise is omo person omo ya airport there no won't change anything if that is what you're looking forward to achieve. This is when they should invest in their people. This is when they should invest in omo anka so omo pupeni omo hwe. If me catch say if Gans ekase omo ye niam I tell you say omo beji baby afa. Their culture is nice. They have a lot in one culture. They have a lot of tradition. Even their twin festival is a sight to behold. And never be a Charlotte festival near them. I am happy said they came out with this. And if you decide to make this a tribal way, but this is just guys trying to project their culture, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, AJ, this is just my 2 cents. So this is just my take on the debate. Okay, so we all cultural identity and representation. The A9 say it matters, and we get it. The airport sits on Ghana, Accra sits on Ghana. Internet absolutely valid. Say locals never want to say they want theirs to be projected. They make an answer say. And I him say oh the Ghana greetings near there promote it can actually literally promote cultural pride. Say why him say who yan cry you can answer brofo din common do kasa. Because I know one Ghanaian word. And it's nice to know that it is your language that is being projected like with the Ghanaian culture. I get all of that. But we have to understand that language goes through you. Akwaba, it became Ghana's welcoming phrase through consistent use, not government decree. That is one thing we have to understand. And now Aban being a quarter baby can say, hey, I was saying, when I decree and declare court rise. No, I bet say some I mean crown of us airport now. That lady whose face was everywhere that she didn't even know about. I bet what kind of picture she was everywhere. Say so who back Ghana and I say who person who come back to the diaspora. Now we thought they could check now for more brooch and I say bro to show that you are Ghanaian. That lady's photo was part. Near Akwaba. So all of those things, no, and yes, I buying you, and it was individuals, and it was just through consistent use. They make a note here. And to say if the Obake is to gain traction, Mr. Moa, gun speakers and institutions, no, they have to make it sure that they use it regularly.
100.9 FM.
Then I say, case bites and I say, yeah, they Ghana flag be born. He says, say, you don't remove the Akwaba. Do you know why? Because Akwaba no na abrofuni name. That is what they used to identify as. And like I said, it wasn't through a government decree. My friend is saying, ma Akwaba na popular. So now you don't want to confuse your tourists. And notice that even if an organization wants to change their name, even if a brand wants to even change their bottle, they will do act consistently for more than a year and tell you that same great taste, different bottle, because you cannot just move people from one thing to another. It doesn't work like that. And then you see, tourism is marketing. So all I am saying is that in Kanyama Bibi, why the Akwaba no mo fam bata ho. Yansho we welcome, where's Zolo Akwaba Bonarive. That was how I knew that where's Zolo Chese Igbe. Because they sang that song on our radios every morning till it was incorporated in our brains. So guys, everything you're saying, I understand.
100.9 FM.
But you have to incorporate the two. Because I bet you, it could probably take decades for the Akwaba to leave people abroad. Okwa bro ni kum na ka chese one kan one thing about Ghana. Obeka Charlie, no aka Akwaba. Charlie cry nya twi. Charlie cry and cry and Charlie nya twi and cry for there. But I gas slang. Enya twi slang. Because PG crank Asante for need PG. PG and cry. It is obi on bofu baby go to be PG. When will be on bofu to be PG there? How many people want to bofu pa? And their English is bad. When was Asante you PG? I bet drama. Make us know. No, that talking backwards that we get Megizigi and we get it. But I'm saying that like usually PG was originated in Accra. It's most of the people that are not in Accra. No PG Accra for Accra. So Chale is not even a key word. But how do you what give me 2 Ghanaian words? Akwaba, Charlie, that is what they are going to say.
The best station in the capital. Meet FM.
It's a very perfect thing. But you see, we should celebrate them both because they are all representing Ghana. You see, at this point, we have to understand that we are selling Ghana first before we are selling our tribes. That is what we're selling first, Ghana. Before then, our tribes come in. It's there first. LED lights no roll over. You see, the whole we are selling Ghana because mind you, the airport is an international airport. As much as it's on Ghana land, it's an international airport. It's for everybody and it's for the country. And I'm wondering and you see, for that, will be forever be grateful. That is what makes it as a brony be able to see in Kafasa. And son of Sobeko Kumasi Awako, and son of Beko Biawako, and then that one is even a plus. O see ya ha, and no bedjin and Niana, Hano baby, and son of Wako, the Blue Force no Beko say Elmina, Hano Besio. So you see, here we are projecting Ghana and not just a tribe. It's the NFS a slide, see, like I said, we have to start incorporating it in our things. And Yama bro, funny ball.
Utie or ha exi no.
Neat FM.
Ways or lower account. Modi other languages account.
No, who say into America? I can't say. Me no one carry for. And I see say this is something they are. I feel no when who the importance of projecting on more culture. So mo bema afufro fo who say woman so mama no mama ne efe. Woman wa kasa bi say what you say. And I made sure say it doesn't end with airport akwaba. No say Hong Kong when you share the Ayungosiaga. They should look at a lot of things. What's in here? Kente ya the akwaba ne. Sabe, a individual kekebo, but then who can say we are ngunenia? And when I say uncle one chorokronko bachelor bro for national. But then you see Asantis. Asantis are very intentional about homo culture.
You see, this one is even way beyond Ashanti. Like I'm saying, this Akwaba thing was not even an Ashanti thing. And yeah, Ashanti for one because they say kutu. Yeah, fine. Whoa, asama na ye oh about Akwaba. Akasa na ye.
100.9.
I want us to give it to that.
No, you see, that's the what I'm trying to say is that the Obaka people, gas, the Kwafana no munim so Obaka ni welcome. And then Kasa when a buyer, Konukroti one or Nimse, and then Kasa, your words, baby, it's somehow even gar. But I bet fry a Kasa, me pay, Chalwati say, Chalwati, and yet Chikasa. Aka ma asantifoka ye koto Chalwati. But Chale, I'm localizing no. And never be or why I say your first real near that and Ababa Canadian. Words be or why I am crying for Podia. Whoa, your words be brave. Mimi said, no first make a plane go. Later, I come to plane when you G. Now make a plane go because Nana Matea. Like say, we can't find a prayer go. Now, me can't mean, I'm friend plane go. There are so many words, we are if we are Casem. So, first and foremost, the Akwaba was not, and yes, Akwaba no class Santifona, Hodi, yes, or more Hodi grounds. We must use Akwaba. No, it was just one word that was very popular.
Neat FM
in our language. I'm a travel. So yes, I get it. So like I'm saying, Akwaba need the air there. But right now, no, to prevent tribalism and everything, let's make it an all-inclusive. Your friend is saying airport because this is for everybody. This is an international airport. This one is international. And don't be another reason for them. Munyabu Kumasi for them. Munyabu with them. And then no beba na your friend is saying. Your friend is saying. Please buy no cover. LED no cover. Your friend is saying. Una
but winning.
What? And no beba no welcome. Where's all like echo. Your chocolate.
You drunk crime. We also be bitches a high end crime.
And crime. Udru James Obi never trust. We drunk crime.
Airport no.
And the airport is an international airport. It is not representing one person. This is an international airport.
They are not. Intina me person. And
I to be able to
make tribalism say, and I say I won't want people to say it is tribalistic say and crime for person you do back taking it off.
The best station in the capital.
I don't agree with that. But so one person they back at least one so they have every right to a higher one diemu. And he also be bitches a high end crime.
You see,
aside the fact say it is a fact and crime a high end crime. Yeah, bibi national bibi wa said den crana. It is just right that the guns would want a touch of gun in it.
Exactly. So you see, my point is when you get to the Ashanti region, they decorate and do the city as they please. The runabout is for you. And from the airport, the whole of Accra is for you. The whole of Accra is to be can't say government per se. or you run about some of the year first send am dey for no chasing finfin. The government person or this me them I'm sorry, I don't know much about the history. But if they want to use whoever was their ajinkwa, then you take her on the third, Eddie Bessia, I knew one the fourth, Eddie seated seven. Or be anyone stop you. So you see, then I make us say, Brandon Nidia, Gan, Ayamudia. Can Christmas night, then I'm imagine say, and Katama we home away. Then I hear Bronya, you run about in Nafani representing Jesus. Because every year they in their diasporans are in the country. It's a send and you're representing Jesus Christ on Christmas. No, Kadia never say, and Cassandra Bellamundi address will be received. Cassamonth no, Mama girls are Kojina airports representing them. Then Namosa and I is the government. Then Namujina runabout. Whatever you people can use to embellish, you are embellishing. Taking over the streets of Accra. Going from Mediator. And no, they're doing a lot of that. And you've been a catch us high and cry for there. It's I say a Chalote festival. I would draw say high and cry for there. So all I am saying is that Cecilia and Cry I agree with them 100%.
Right.
But it might take a couple of decades for
very long
time. It might even take more than 2 decades for Obake to come and completely replace Akwaba.
It can't completely replace it.
So what you must do is just use it side by side.
Right.
But sell Akwaba
100.9 FM.
So you can't do them, join them. It's not even about beating them. It's just about projecting all of us, our culture, one by one. We're all projecting. Right. We are one Ghana first before we are anything else.
Right.
It's yes, and then the airports, and I agree with the Ghans too. So what are we doing to represent them? Ebi omu cloth be. Ebi omu kente be. I don't know what they do.
And no, it is up to the Ghans. You see this thing you're talking about omu festival. Teshi for omu festival no. Your friend be say ashikban. Omu shikban Monday to Monday no. And then there was Teshipa, Ashikman again, now Shonu and again, but fair, but Boji lady to Mommy, Boji Abena Moet to Momini, O Male, Oba Jofue, Konoba Shikman, what you say, Port Yemi, 50 B Yemi, what you say, Obia, for one in the movie we break. And then there's this thing on Moye, who could be a porter, there's a spot, you're moving from mobile, and on a port, no, Aqua to say, you're more own tradition.
Meet FM Neo.
What you say? And this year we koshemua. The project your moho, and there are people who are doing well. I feel where ports nipa the born who was McDan. What you say? They project their own people into a few way McDan and the bounty. I know the idea of moye. Into I think the rest of the gang communities no. Ninia should like free if that is the agenda, so I me then make no I no when say be here so because DNA era well Asante has dominated everywhere whether they like it or not. It will take a lot of hard work like you said, but that is why they've introduced the Charlotte Festival. Now I discussed with a lot of them, and that is their goal, that is the target, to now promote the Ga culture and the Ga tradition. I think say omuye inti nkakra ehon no mwedru. They feel say you have to
Utie oha exi ponkno.
Meet FM.
Afeni edin kra yiba. Ohu obake maybe so that is how we say you're welcome in your language. Ehon akra ne suan bibi. Inti I think say na abana wo kana na nkrafo no one started. Omuye bi pa when it comes to say ombe ye niam ne de omuye bi pa. And another thing I must realize is so we have a be in common. To say kente asemi. Yeah, warrior.
Yeah.
And crying for you will kente.
Santifo. Just a different design.
Exactly. It took a social media. So near the back one be argue. Say no matter what's kente. I don't see this as tribal like you can because I say Yanyama be brace say Yamamre Yamane bibi as say it is a bucket and cry for the sending omusi asantifo kete wo airport omudi yokosi. I tell you the only difference ebe yefufu omo be hye ne nyanya omudi begu omo kon mu, but then there's no difference. Bibia ye pe asano almost the same.
100.9 FM.
Hey, neat.
They are saying say we dey one Ghana we nya tribal war, we nya tribal. Let's stop making tribalism and come out of this.
Wait there, let me read a couple of the comments. Wait there, Janish Wamara Maje says, so per what your pundit, the second Amma Her Excellence is saying, if tree is global, we has how has that become our problem? Ghans have a rich culture. They should project that. How can Obake project Ghana culture? Please give us a break. You are even contradicting yourself. Asane Abrantes say Abena Akwaba Esemora Momunye. Okreku Asante said she say, if I may ask, how many radio stations in the north, west, east, middle belt have Ghana programs, let alone Accra? Just asking. Renzil wants to say, I wish I can do a V and Abena. Please, was the airport built with Ghana's money? Let's not pretend we didn't align tree speakers as uncivilized. Many Ghanaians speak English with their kids in their homes rather than
the best station in the capital. Meet FM.
I think so far as so let's give it. So now let's get to the trends. Into Ama Prinsla would give us the trends, and then you are your bisector dissecting. Let's go.
All right. So on trends today, our very first story has to do with Jackie, our very own Jackie. Na ne champion ne bana. Oye nyum de.
So yeah, mama to my move for yeah.
Hey, Abena,
that was one of her first songs. I really love like olden days Jackie. Yeah.
What about this day Jackie?
No, I think I could relate to her songs. I don't know, but I feel like right now they have become a bit commercialized. But then she was singing for I don't know.
Soul music.
Yeah, it was more. What you say? Yeah, I loved it.
Anyways, Jackie released her debut album After Midnight.
Ooh.
And it has 16 tracks with only 4 featured artists.
Oh wow!
Neat FM Neo.
Doing so well. The album is already doing so well. Oko launching the album bibia akwa nice wo Ghana for Abonabasa say it is very difficult actually to thrive as a woman or a female artist ewo krom ha say, but nyame ayadom Jackie eko through and through. Nti many congratulations. You hope you say Grammys near the omukwakofo bi aba Ghana because enye easy. I keep saying say enye easy say we oba now we artist wo krom ha. Now we thrive, I get it to the top. Instead de bia me bo when the share bass say enye easy. Oba almost be replace your body and I say but today what me stand the test of time oh you're so good for it. See why are they? I think say
and she looked amazing by the way.
Oh yeah.
No, she has a bareback blue weave. An African print. I didn't know if it was a tie and dye, but and then I mean it was amazing. She looked good.
I actually like how she looks different with her looks. Jackie is not your regular.
Neat FM Neo.
No, Gen Z.
You feel me? No. Size a trebi or ye. A name short a chile tin or they call falling gallants for ye. Range.
It's called it's called a mallet. Yes, it's called a mallet. Yeah, that hairstyle. Yeah. Rihanna used to do a lot. No, it's one of those vintage hairstyles. Old hairstyle. And I don't know if that time I know if you charge you money. I don't know where hairstyles review. It's just that, and then I say I'm polishing the kaka, but mallets have been in trend. I said Usha short hair now.
The mallets.
Yes, Usha short hair was sure. Now I should long hair with you. Yeah, it be on the side. No, it's and that style like chemu. Your style what in chemu that is like Y2K vintage sort of. It's America first started a year. I think it's recently I saw Cardi B out. Rihanna couple the money popular in that time. Yeah, mallets are styles that are and I already call Statesbury on them for like what kind of hair?
The best station in the capital. Neat FM.
And who's a black sheriff when that crop I stand tell us to say age handkerchief punish and and I said I told you we were standing here she said again they had to be theater they had to be theater bending.
Anyways, our next story trying to for today in the air teacher Kojo Sama about mountain. So sometimes years back boy asked offend and say we say a rapist why you say in somebody be brave. I'm a GS4 in the same. He's doing too much into no one person obey teacher biome. And I have an opinion about it, but I will not say it right now because I don't know how some time ago nurses for back Chrome had an exchange program and they had tattoos, double piercing near the back Chrome. You cannot even have a certain hairstyle, which I understand. You cannot have a tattoo and all other things. GS currently say allegedly it's running on social media, so Omu reinstate teacher Kojo to come back to do what he loves, his first love as a teacher.
100.9 FM.
it's alleged, just running on the internet. Say, I said, Sister Kojo, you're funny.
Yeah, GS4 say, forget the rumors. Ain't nobody said nothing. If that gentleman thinks that his your friend is saying name certificates are revoked and I'm saying teachers when they revoked and license revoked. If he thinks that it was unfair, or if he thinks that the basis on which they revoked his license is unfair, he has every right. The GES office is open. He has every right to come and petition or appeal to them to say, hey sir, hey ma'am, y'all didn't, it wasn't valid. But till then, he's still not on their list. So that is what GES is saying. Basically, it's a very long letter, but that's what they're saying.
All right, yeah, the GES first is on my.
I'm appealing to Teacher Kweju, Mr. Mo. Teacher Kweju, be men. Look, I get that. If you say, oh, they are not being fair, like, Jemu. Think about yourself. Yeah, well, I simply say, for kwasi ayedin, sebi, for kwasi ajini nche. Bruh, this is all you do.
Neat FM Neo.
This is your life, oh. I quite say wako school, I doctor. Now, for the say I revoke you lines, then I'll call you. If you ever go hire revoke you lines, you know that you are doomed. Because what else are you going to do? It's yes, and luckily for you, you have a lot of Ghanaians supporting you. And then I bet say, oh, the Bab one thing we say, you have gone to petitioners and so what appeal say, yan check him out, and then know that Ghanaians don't fight for us. Bruh, oh, mommy do go school, so be you, Mr. Emma before Emma de way in fuel, Mr. Ubet me a trail letter, ubet have a lawyers afa and fight it. Because this, a bedroom baby when you this is what you have. Imagine saying, I can't how many years and got a pension. That's going to ask you, I say. School can't be our boy. Chenkwala na wabo mo kan and they win you on bed day. But we are Srawati. I know you are the president. You see you suku eja him. Baby, I want to be a usugu. Nafa women.
The best station in the capital. Neat FM.
When that man from Modi weti. But you go and appeal what is Sraw. Because hey, na baby not just like that. Now better than more sir. But you Miss Sraw, I know you are the president. I had to say the last time I heard cry. Someone for man for cause. But you forward. And you nkwa na sema to woni amafo afa de chance am won ko pom anim enam ho e da ja for kwa de film na maboti na nya ukaju kaju so why na kwa apili nya sa de a de djuma bebebe na wo be ma na ye kwa ma ne nya kwa wate
abena me side wo de wo kan ho efi say later on obi abekwa google about Kojoa, just like Raskuku going to win the reggae. Young Castle will be coached 20 years. They will not even. Ghanaians are always ready for the negative stories. I think so. Whatever you are saying there, no. Oh, sorry, because if you are appeal and now bibina, it gets into the news. It will get on the vlogs and the blogs near the day, which will rectify that error. That
Needs FM.
My internet. Utu kwanko baby edi wechi. Unyabo wudi AKG account. Inti Kojo ebe sorry, why depressed kakra ye? Me patcho me yempese bebe yi. The next story no, according to your brother Arnold Asamoah Baden, Osi can promise still embeje na award that winning in 2024 Ghana Music Award USA flag na e was anka ye de man na social media ho. Enkrofo ka say it is because award scheme no. Enkrofo feel say you credible enough. Omo feel say award no I say when you be transparency being cost no. People don't attach a lot of importance they give to the TGMA here in Ghana, to the Ghana Music Award USA. This is what people are saying on the net. To actually stamp what people were saying, say no. They'll be winning here. They are not air patches them. If you winning award no, na a years passer or more beje award ne.
Actually punk no. Needs FM.
But settle since last year until now beje award here. Clearly, ehun shadan here.
Ndidi here no na so beto abaman, obeto abaman won na so be win ya.
Obi an fancy anu ntina di.
What yes here, mo wa onisi.
My next story no. Helicopter crash yeah experience recent time yeah shadan ye say kutud say bomb dino news reaching us in the same 13 residents has been gifted 100,000 Ghana cedis for their assistance during the helicopter crash. This means that nipa ba kubia enya 7,000 each. Na asam no ye hwemu aka no ye purchase nkrofo asam ne tu wo no won say na ye kwaye mutu nkofo bi eye entu esi ho adwuma omutu omu ho si ho say ombehwe na aboa se na be ya ebetimi ahwe de tenkofo na aka mo ebi mo sabio ahyehye aka ne ade place ne part ne ade no because ye kwaye mutu kwan bi anda baby a
The best station in the capital. Need FM.
Recognize say nkofo we usu a bibi o won mo so an 7 nkofo obotom o won mo kofo a chip na yi ba yo won mo besi say bi ni nia no yakọ recognize your hard work ada omo ase with 7,000 Ghana cedis each. My last story I trend on social media and abena papa bi etu no ho asi ho se ono osi ark na nyankopon a kire ne se enche flood bi a baba bebe wi ase no ebe destroy ase che Noah abreso December ya mu na flood 25th December this year na flood na eba nti abena wo dan bi si na ebe 10 story 20 story start seeing there because no osi ark ni butubutu abena enya grow we see ama na wo say esi ho wo say yes ark na esi ho no osi tu nkwa mema de ba ko ma de ba ko se na ebe ya ma ne mema ne nkoye nyamonsem wo ark ba ko mu lapimbo video ni ma ye
Nana ma obi ado so osi 10
Utie oha echi pokno. Needs FM.
No, chiremu a say 25th December no. Senia no abres wo kan yan crofan fan serious last is your to no. We so sa na be yo since you better 3 years. Say betios minim 3 years say back to back 3 years so. Say e beto na ati na ato na ati o. Eno no je ye ko hu ebo no wa. Ne yakwa ko ji nchirechiremu. Na was it 3 years na eto no no. Eno nti we say sa no abres no na ni pan shada no so ene ni pa do so.
Ngame ba beka no.
Enti no o si 10 na sisi aye wo
na agba ko ne konteni ni ba
sisi a September eni e besimu yo Monday penira September busumi mu wo si 10 ade so si e be hye to 25th December na 8 na aka no de
ebi na 10 o say check it say ark bi afa ni pai what is the serving size of an ark
mo say the
ebi so be ni papa
o si ni pa bia no ma 2 seats
ni be dey
obi aye entitled to 2
0.9
me no so say ba ko kra be fa
ni 200 calculate ark ba ko bia be fa ni
me no so say me should dey be who yan dey me no so say ark ba ko bia be fa
32 million
34 million
34 million ark ba ko bia be fa ni pa
dey fa ni say bi be ya so den omo nko en fa ni say ni pa be 20 million be ya so den omo nko mpo a
nti na ka 40 million
o dey fa ni say ni pa 1 million pe de be kwa ark 10 be fa ni pa 1 million
say ark ba ko bia be fa ni pa 100,000
ga ark we na de bi ark you ark we a e be fa ni pa 1 million e be fa ni pa 10,000
frame maybe sasem na sasem bisa na no ni asema me bisa o social media maybe sasem suo na beto Ghana nko ana na awiase afa na mo aka na bia na nye ye na nyame do ye no ma omo ma ka no we nyame step children
ai omo nyame aba no ma na ye de e nyame ma
e bia Ghana na beto wonti no o de ma na ha ne ho ye be ko Nigeria so ni ti e ba
go so say ya na no ade ne no mo ti radio so sire no
na ba
because Egypt 41 there is a gentleman outside called Noah and he is saying that God will there no more say kwa
Needs FM
yo AI for the no see no open the gate I'll give you doggy we say no can we me na for the so to get it jam was
nyum to ni bi bo nyum bi won na in fact ade ye kan sa agro na esi a enyum no nice was osi sene no wanano ye no sana Yesu ba ye no so sana be ye
sa no kan
osi sene no wanano ye no sana Yesu ma ye no so be ye enti onue abna ma se la frema la piji musakra madwe na ri jepi flood we the flood beba na
ye kwatie ebusia ye kwatie ebo no wa emra
get here before 25th. You have to get here before 25th December. 25th December. I said, listen to what I'm saying. I said 25th December is going to rain. It's going to
100.9 FM.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3 years, 4 years. We are going to be in the ark. We are building 10 for now. You wait 2. 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 Indiana be na egugu on. Indiana Induano air short, papa, but still by Ochina, Bibrina Ebeba, you know, the court, we India, a bit at the abeche, we India, a bit at the abeche, a bisuni, at Yasha, we Indiana, we at the abeche, Tiusha, who don't say first one in the first one, you first one. Nyame adom ha nti me na me Noah masuda ye God up na nyame se me build ark nti ark na me build no
Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
2 pairs by 25th December na me we ark ha nyame se oba be se wi ase nti me ka kire wo unim se wo be kwa hello I will go. Auntie Aknana missing. Aknana missing. Can't you say when you're ready?
Any, it was young. I was a comment. Hello,
what if we bono one patch of wood? Hello, I will go. Me patch of me, mammy and son, many animals. Me, mammy, never papa. Auntie Esther, ye bookie. Ose, Nyamiado, ye be kunu 24th December.
No more.
Uncle Conquani, and today ye be kuomuni antino. The aye the best opportunity, Uncle Conny, Kuma, you remember Akinim.
No, my bad.
The best station in the capital. Need FM.
Benkati Contone line soup.
what you say? I was so here, and Chena. In the last Spanish, so long. Because freeze animal, electricity anymore.
Yes, since you're so a movie into the Silver is your life soup in there, but you're many.
I just say, me say, me go to be anterior. I never did now. The ends of Bebre. Does he say hello? No, but then you see, if he says that, then does not defeat the purpose or the word of God. Because Nyankopon say we are way or the rainbow to say or say we are say all friends will end say we are you. It didn't mean the minister Nyankopon say we are going to be from an age. Because I'm not going to say no abo. And you know no and you know who per se, but or the rainbow that was the point of the rainbow. To remind mankind that he is never going to destroy the earth with water again. So if that's what the Bible said that. Then why is the Lord going back on his word? Because Nyankopon say only on such rather. And why is God going back on his word to come and destroy
the best station in the capital? Need FM.
Abena, one of the main topics we have for discussion today in Amede Bremu. Yeah, brother, ya double. If it is for you, come and collect. You owner of that phrase. Or no, they buy. Ya double na they buy. Why you no huti etiasa na obati tinti bijina nenchen. Na se na girl no ho ya fa Ghana for say ya double we di enya wo namwa enya ofufuo su nam no no say hey if it is for you come and collect. Now if it is for you come and collect adeje abra idi abai wasan so de asemfo afoforo bi abaha ankofo bobo hu e wo social media yenim say ye nuanom nketo a tro wasi na some of the videos pie ya ye share videos ni mu no access see the police officers back mienu bi omo hwese security e be tight wo examination centers.
Yeah, the wasi they're writing
ni hobiem sisi aniamfa police form ba biem military men na ye di ejire ana nya back mienu ubehu excuse me ubehu ho back no na be military officers be 5
100.9
I don't have any there mama footage from Kuja. No MP na no ewu no. Come choice exam. I don't come choice exam CB. Can PC ni na nka wo basic exams your person your member parliament.
O be to become an MP.
Na nka ya ho atwere bi. Na na the soldier for abegina wo. Na we chere. I want school in Rosso. Yeah, so this one, I'm very about to go. And then my man in the design, the better 10% per pass here. Everything to me because we don't pass. I don't find.
Yeah, don't be fine. Now, my brother, your double air case. A very bad decision for Ghana Education Service to actually use military. You see, and almost the teachers no cry some of the answers in the examination hall incident. You use even teachers as invigilators again. Oh no, say a very bad because it is causing fear and panic. Akrana ngasa no obi enjira no so no cultural exams na ngasa ni yem hihye no.
They can't work well under stress.
Under stress. And I'm an example. My stress I can't do well in a toxic environment. I actually need to be freed to be able to
100.9
Neat. Say, yeah, time I control SSC, ni wasi ni adi time yi. Abnate we teacher ankasa crazy now also on kasa on the look and style they are looking at you will not even make the answers come into your head. Police phone so by who so after the military men are more bad there. I was say GS every consider on more decision. Na say ebi on be bibi afa ho a na omo aye afa ho amaye.
You go to video number.
And then who video be a man film. Into a drumla and correct was ya. You did the whole military a general colasso. Now, where dear, San Kazam said, ye o merchant colasso, so Jenny, and a papa and moon so corner or banner Daniel Colapepa. I am she share fear, panic, and your dear man colay. Obey Dana sound mind. I actualize am sing. Share apple or be a dribidao. Obia Viapo da police Viapo, fire service Viapo, migration for Viapo,
the best station in the capital. Meet FM.
Viapo, Obia no was so a quatrezam sruma un Viapo da. Do Viapo, Messi want to war Moncole. Monsusum for pressure and Toncoleso. Now brocha crowd go school. Ubenya 2 hours, 3 hours, every child cry, show say. I'll broach out Juma, who school and where Juma da or cry, young Colay say, young fire, she and Tom so. Where I could have watched them see what show and choke what in a fee.
18 the other one, Nanama. Do you agree with them? Said they should be strict on the children. And yes, I mean, they are future leaders. And Mamu Yamu do a year.
One say, Abena, let's be very frank. In as much as a no say a soldier for a gun kwalaisui say be akra me so me mama fa me honya fato me nkra bre mu na me wo adwimpo bi fa soldier so soldier ni die
100.9 FM. Hey,
na say me bo shake me steady wo soldier ni inside.
You can't function.
Exactly. Inti exam say me time me throw BC, you know. Sometime na say police ni baako and they were invigilators from WAEC and one teacher from school and so and I think it was fine because police in baako omo makani are not in uniforms.
Yeah.
But then again, yes I hear a dear intina ama ye moving from police ni vigilators
to soldiers.
Actually, and say, yeah, Nankasa na yeah, per se. Your money ye easy. Yankasa ye and Chera or Musa money emra, ye bebuyon. True. Abena, make I say time I meet you be Mitchell. What's he? I think say you cancel your English, my son Troy, because now upon a butchaka.
100.9 Neat.
Yeah, cancel yeah. Abena yeah cancel yeah cry much say what you say enti no na ebu upon me cry me bi questions ni kan be gu krom ansana yeah friend say yeah Toronto no and we baba there some man here bufu cry ni say yenya upon ye nhye da nya ye homobobo so obetina sia ABBCC o wi ara de paper na come kire wa so o tell say paper no webubu no
What you say?
na ka say o ma say you understand. This is to encourage learning. One say, I don't know if it is our upbringing. But I hear Bronia Colaya, I will say, your mom won't come on with the name of Biko. Omudino Cremo. A woman said the Albania 1, 2 be our moon dino cre. But then I will show more, send your mutual or more exam. And yet, chinchi, you will be a dinner one cre. And Momu be a pepper, they are composed. Almost is your
Woodie or ha exi ponkno.
Needs FM.
Class test and your final exam. Na teacher ma work na teacher need in session the bottom. No na move fee up down. Yeah, teacher P. Charlie, hey, I'm number 2. I'm not getting it. Teacher neighbor, over he says come. Ni atina CD. Na mo be see yin soldier for free ho. Na ye ndwi apo. Ene no no mo ma mo pass here. Mom pass here because we can so be a G appoint, you know, Yenjan Karamo Munji Apa, and then just tell us there's no need for us to write exams. My ancient dear na ye hwe performance na ye do ko wanim. There's no need for that exams. And hu hia so a anka ye ma ye ntro. Hu hia nti ye pesi ye hu baby a wo gina. Enti na wo say enye ni an ye be da na akrate for. Ye ma ho kwa mo bi atwe na akra bi apeso ye pilot. Na say wo dua podi wie na ko ye pilot. Why ma na de ko hwe from. Masa. Ja soldier for no be kan. O do mo ni.
Neat FM Neo.
Hey,
I don't bank manager. You guys do 2 million minus 1 million. Madam, I'll give you
40 million. We see any money in your port. Yenny, I didn't see a junior qualification. My uncle school, I mean, say, Tidin Quay, I remember me as in the school and I'm in Yadia. And Tiama who's a business name there.
But you see, that's the young man who plus 3. Mass or mobile. But not just a banker who can bet my
banker,
calculator. Things here because they couldn't work under pressure. Ama that your Juman can also swim upon when me. That's because you labeled them under one day. Episode that was just a bad day for them. Minimum obia on the Madia Pie do finance and pen with feeling like maybe someone Saturday. Abena every day obey there.
You see, our problem is not in the examination hall. Our problem is with our education system. And Yama used to number one dosu ade. Enema bebre. Interior obia on the strength. What you say? Iti masa yen simplify in Yama
100.9.
100.9.
Our problem is not exam hall ni there masa. Say ye niema kakra bi na wo sakra ni sua. Iti ni ye say abana insenture dwuma wo ye. Fine say ne you have to come and discuss maybe some very important issue on your friend is saying your film industry. Answer now betina. Look at the research I will be here. What happened here? The intina this movie is saying. Answer na be better say you give facts and figures. And no cry social control. Now imagine say why your research when you know better na imagine say even for her fan say copy a new platform bi so studio different platform. Now ebia find say we free media house be now by now we do say yeah papa despite e ba begina ahwe de awo abena what been said about to papa
what you say
but then when you don't have much to say wo better say awokakra no uhwe egu penalko. The problem is not in the examination hall. It is with our educational system.
100.9 FM. Hey,
dear Brian, double can I side with him partly, and I don't side with him too. I think say your time I in your school. Now this year, Bibia ye prioritize it. But we can all attest to the fact that kids today in the JHS school line, SHS school line, even in the university, are grown adults. Yesterday there was a conversation on TikTok and Kofokase. Currently, a lot of visual arts and students who are not supposed to be nurses and doctors have found their way through the institution, which of course I also fuaso, because a lot of people are becoming doctors with the help of AI and ChatGPT. I saw a student.
Mr. Diagnosis.
Yeah. Me who students be our posting a whole literature review of the year and the final project work for the masters. The examiner just wrote under it, your entire literature review does not make a single
Neat FM.
Me, even at my age, I have books I'm reading. I still read. Because I wanted to become a newscaster or a journalist. That is what I'm currently doing. So right from the beginning, now me have preparations towards that. I don't know how we are nurse at the end of the day, and then you are learning how to draw. What are we drawing in the hospital? And again, it is not even about the children. It is about the structure of education we have in this country. In Crawford and Shadamfa importance and to informal education, so vocational training, so Akrabia ne mama de new school be expect say akra ne be excelling. If you be wo naturally a three wo. I mean say if you be wo hereditary no kola ne ya de wo twa. If you so be wo business. If you so be wo
Neat FM Neo.
I learned to become an MC. No, I learned it from my father. Me papa ka Dutch, French, Hausa, all languages bebre adan krobo, tree ever. Me papa ka almost every language I would be shan obet me you want. I learned it from my dad. I learned how to Nancy, I started MCing like 8-9 years ago. Okay, after Namako University. So clearly, in school, no na meeting no one na me po me you know. I have learned on the job. So I think said the educational structure should actually do something about the fact say, uko school na wonya dia. There should be a part that you are able to tell say, oh, Accra mission ni nyama ye bi obe ade wo IT. Right from the beginning, for Accra IT school. There are football academies where they are broaching. I can't even compare Ghana to this developed country. But I'm saying, say, right from the beginning, you know, we should see the potentials of these kids and help them develop them right from the onset. Say, are consolidated banks, why can't we consolidate subjects? One teacher is not able to teach 4 subjects, but a student is actually expected to say, I assume all the subjects, actual all the exams. And I think the government should put, effort and importance on vocational training, on informal education, because in certain the fact that when you're 8 years with school doesn't mean you will do well in life. That is the conversation.
So funny, I was usually the smart kids that became teachers, and they didn't really make. But could be a printing press. This boy was a whole head boy, and they will be a printing press.
Abena, yeah, papa.
And a printing press, everyone be a printing press. Me never, but yeah, just a boy and then come a doctor
na bibi. Yeah, papa. That's right. When a school report to baby say, "Oh no, topic class that." Nope. But today he's one of the biggest business moguls we have in Ghana. Want to mean Bobonko for we do you well in business. No papa despite like you are not even counting right. Your eyes are not good. You need my glasses. What I say? In as much as Akrabia Shess obey ye and then I say it should start from the parenting. There are children doing certain jobs they never want to do. Their parents forcing on them. And then any biaba na Akrabi to make us a person me visual that me artist. Me person me nurse. Me baby or person nurse. On those one they are not person in nyamia domindo or midwife or nurse or excelling on that field. Into so me so na person me journalist, na person me DJ, me person me dancer, person me creative. Our parents should actually cheer us on because there is dignity in every labor. And yet obi oti office when accept you nyansa ni niagu. Professors do not have all the sense in their head. Abuna what I say. Into so oba person or your PhD holder allow support that child with everything you can as a parent or as a teacher or as a guardian. Na society to end just as stigmatization they say uko school dia we crash but we cocoa farmer dia wonya crash. I think we should do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how far time will bring us.